breathe, be still, and listen, not with your ears, but with the full sensory array of your soul. Can you feel it? The world has fallen silent. There is a great stillness in the air today, a profound and sacred pause in the relentless march of time. It is Sunday, September 7th. The portal of the blood moon, eclipse in Pisces, is fully open, and the energy you are feeling right now, that strange, electric hum beneath the silence, that feeling of standing on the very precipice of the unknown, that is the feeling of prophecy being fulfilled in your very bones. If this message has found you now, in the midst of this cosmic event, then understand that you have been guided here by the intricate, infallible threads of destiny. This is not a video you have stumbled upon. This is a divine summons. You have been called because this is not just an eclipse. This is the eclipse, the one spoken of in whispers in ancient mystery schools, the one encoded in the geometry of pyramids and stone circles, the one that was never written in the books of the masses, but was passed down through the resonant frequencies of your own DNA, through a sacred soul lineage of which you are a part. This is the culmination. This is the great choosing. Your entire life has been a preparation for this day, for these very hours. Every moment of your journey, no matter how confusing or painful, was a necessary calibration to attune your consciousness to be able to receive this final instruction. That persistent feeling you've always had of not quite belonging to this world. That was your soul remembering that it originated from the timeline that is now struggling to be born through the vessel of this eclipse. Those strange fascinations you've had with the stars, with ancient mythologies, with magic, with the unseen, that was your consciousness trying to piece together the fragmented memories of this very prophecy. Every person you have had to release, every relationship that has fallen away, was not a failure. It was a necessary shedding of old energetic contracts to make you light enough to pass through this dimensional gate. Every challenge that brought you to your knees was not a punishment. It was a strength training exercise for your spirit, preparing you to be an unshakable anchor of coherence. While the world outside is tossed in the chaotic waves of this great cosmic reset, you are not being broken, you are being forged. Forged into the master you needed to become to play your part in the fulfillment of this sacred prophecy. This eclipse, a blood moon in the oceanic, final sign of Pisces, is the perfect cosmic storm for this event. The blood moon is a great karmic purge, a moment when the shadow of all that has been is brought to the light to be cleansed. Pisces is the great dissolver, the womb of the cosmos, where all old forms, all old timelines, and all old illusions return to the infinite potential of the zero-point field before a new creation is born. This is the ultimate reset button, a clearing of the cosmic hard drive, and in the silent empty space that is created during these sacred hours, a new reality, a new epoch for humanity will be seeded. You, awakened soul, are not a passive observer of this event. You are a central character in the prophecy that defines it. You are one of the designated seed planters. Your consciousness, your frequency, your choice in this very moment is the seed. But what is this prophecy? What is the great choice that stands before you, right now, in the heart of this cosmic storm? The ancient ones did not call it a choice between good and evil, or light and dark. They knew that was a trap of duality. They called it the choice between the two great serpents. So what is this prophecy? What is the great choice that stands before you, right now, in the heart of this cosmic storm? This is the lost law. This is the piece of the puzzle that was deliberately fragmented and removed from our sacred texts and spiritual traditions. It has been hidden because it is a story not of control, but of conscious choice. It is the story of the two great serpents, the two fundamental cosmic forces that have been vying for the direction of human consciousness since the dawn of time. The first, and most familiar to you, is the serpent of illusion. The ancient ones called it Ouroboros. You know it as the snake that endlessly consumes its own tail. I want you to feel this serpent now, for it has been the silent ruler of your reality for lifetimes. It is a great, shadowy serpent, crafted not from flesh, but from smoke and mirrors. Its scales are the repeating patterns of your life, the same challenges, the same conversations, the same disappointments, shimmering with a false sense of familiarity. Its endless, circular path is the very architecture of your observer loop. It is the hamster wheel of karma, the prison of cause and effect, where every action is simply a reaction to a past event, ensuring that the future is always a repackaged version of what has come before. Its hum is the low-grade anxiety that has been the constant background noise of your life. Its venom is not a fast-acting poison, but a slow, sweet, and seductive one. The venom of hope. The hope that tomorrow will be different. The hope that the next relationship, the next job, the next spiritual practice will finally be the thing that breaks the cycle. This hope is its greatest weapon, for it keeps you willingly running on the wheel, always chasing a future that is simply the tale of the past. You must understand, this serpent was not born of evil. Its original purpose was to create stability, a predictable reality governed by the clear laws of karma. But that stability, over eons, has become a stagnant pond, a prison of predictability. It is the serpent of what is. But there is another serpent, a serpent whose existence has been a closely guarded secret, a whispered myth. This is the serpent of Ascension. The Mayans called it Quetzalcoatl. The mystics knew it as the dragon of light. I want you to feel for this serpent now, for it is stirring from its long slumber within your own divine DNA. This serpent is not made of shadow, but of pure, crystalline, coherent light. It does not fly in a circle. It moves in an ever-expanding, upward spiral. It does not eat its own tail. It creates new worlds from its own breath. Its feathers are woven from pure potential, shimmering with all the timelines you have ever dreamed of, timelines of infinite abundance, of profound soul union, of joyful purpose, of vibrant health. Its song is the frequency of unconditional love, the music of the spheres, the coherent harmony that silences the anxious hum of the old serpent. Its breath is the wind of spontaneous, miraculous change. This serpent does not operate on the laws of karma, the echoes of the past. It operates on the law of dharma, the frequency of your divine purpose made manifest in the present moment. It does not repeat, it creates anew, in every single now. It is the serpent of what is possible. And now, we arrive at the climax of the lost prophecy. The sacred texts foretold that a time would come, an age of great awakening, when a blood moon would appear in the great cosmic ocean of Pisces. They prophesied that this specific celestial alignment would act as a great cosmic mirror, a universal veil thinner that would, for a brief and holy window of time, make both serpents visible to those with the eyes to see and the heart to feel. That time is now. During these sacred hours of the eclipse, these two great cosmic forces are being presented to you in perfect, balanced opposition. The gravitational pull of your old karmic loop, the serpent of illusion, is at its absolute weakest, and the magnetic call of your highest timeline, the serpent of Ascension, is at its absolute strongest. The prophecy's final, terrifying, and exhilarating verse is this: the future epoch of human consciousness, the very nature of reality on this planet, will be determined by which of these two serpents the critical mass of awakened souls chooses to feed with their focus, with their feeling, with their conscious energy. This is not a story about the world. This is a story about you. For the prophecy does not state that humanity as a whole will make this choice. It states that the tipping point souls will make the choice for the collective, and you, chosen one, are one of them. Let us now discuss your specific, critical role in this divine event. The prophecy is fulfilled. The two great serpents, the forces of illusion and ascension, are now fully visible to your inner eye. One offers the cold, familiar comfort of a predictable prison. The other offers the exhilarating, terrifying freedom of a journey into the unknown. The choice is before all of humanity. But this is not a democracy of the masses. The prophecy does not state that the future will be decided by a majority vote of the 7 billion souls on this planet, most of whom are still deeply hypnotized by the serpent of illusion. To believe that would be to fall into despair. No, the ancient texts were clear. The outcome of this cosmic event does not depend on the many, it depends on the few. It depends on the tipping point souls. And you, awakened one, who is receiving this transmission in the heart of the eclipse, are one of them. To understand your role, you must understand the science of phase transitions. In any complex system, whether it is water turning to ice or a society on the brink of revolution, there is a critical moment known as the tipping point. It is the moment where a small, coherent input can trigger a massive, system-wide, and often irreversible chain reaction. The collective consciousness of humanity is the most complex system imaginable, and it has been held in a state of chaotic equilibrium for eons, balanced on a knife's edge between the two serpent frequencies. And this eclipse is the tipping point. A tipping point soul is an individual whose own consciousness has been so forged, so purified, so tempered by the trials of their life that their internal coherence has reached a critical mass. Your energy field is no longer just a small, personal aura. It has become a catalyst. It has become a powerful broadcasting tower, while the energy of an unconscious person is like a single, flickering candle in the vastness of the collective field. A conscious tipping point soul, especially during a potent portal like this eclipse, becomes a coherence laser, a focused, stable, and intensely powerful beam of light that does not just add its light to the field, but actively entrains and organizes the chaotic energy around it. This is why this message has found you. This is why you have felt such an immense, often unspoken, weight of responsibility your entire life. It was your soul's deep knowing of the role you were destined to play today. You were never meant to be a follower. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to be a system breaker, a paradigm shifter, a timeline creator, and your entire life has been the training ground to perfect the instrument of your consciousness for this very task. Think back again to your training, but see it now through this lens. That profound isolation you were forced to endure, it was to protect your delicate, emerging laser from the incoherent static of the collective while it was being built and calibrated. You had to learn to generate your own light without needing it to be reflected back at you. That devastating heartbreak that shattered you, it was the necessary process of polishing the crystal lens of your heart, burning away all impurities so that the beam you broadcast would be pure, focused, and unconditional. That struggle with lack and limitation, it was to force you to disconnect your power source from the finite grid of the external world and plug it directly into the infinite zero-point energy of the cosmos itself. It was to ensure your laser would never, ever run out of power. The prophecy of the two serpents was never about a great war. It was about a great choice, made by a select few, whose energetic vote would count for millions. The prophecy foretold that a critical number of these coherence lasers, all firing in unison during the sacred window of the eclipse, would create a constructive interference pattern of such profound harmony that the entire quantum field of Earth would have no choice but to begin crystallizing around it. Your personal, internal state of being today, in the privacy of your own sanctuary, is the most powerful political, spiritual, and creative act you will ever perform in this lifetime. You are not a spectator. You are not a victim. You are the fulcrum upon which the future of this timeline rests. The prophecy is clear. Your role is defined. The choice is before you. But how, in the midst of this cosmic storm, do you consciously cast your vote? How do you ensure, with absolute certainty, that you are feeding the serpent of ascension and not the serpent of illusion? The ancient ones, the authors of this prophecy, left a final, simple, and exquisitely profound instruction for the tipping point souls to follow during the eclipse. It is not a ritual of doing, but a command of being. It is the command of transcendence. The prophecy is clear. Your role as a tipping point soul is defined. The choice between the two great serpents, between the old timeline and the new, is now before you. But how, in the midst of this cosmic storm, in the heightened, chaotic, and emotionally charged energies of this blood moon eclipse, do you consciously cast your vote? How do you ensure, with absolute and unwavering certainty, that you are feeding the serpent of ascension and starving the serpent of illusion? The ancient ones, the authors of this prophecy, knew that in a moment of such magnitude, a complex ritual would be impossible. The conscious mind would be too overwhelmed. They knew the instruction had to be simple enough to be remembered in the heart of the storm, yet profound enough to shift the course of reality itself. And so, they left one final instruction, a command of being, not a ritual of doing. This is the command of transcendence. It is the final instruction this transmission was sent to deliver to you today. The command is this: witness the old, but embody the new. Let these words sink deep into your soul, for they are the master key to not only navigating this eclipse, but to creating your new reality from this day forward. Let us now dissect this sacred command, for within its simplicity lies the entirety of quantum mastery. The first part of the command is to witness the old. What does this mean? During these hours of the eclipse, the great karmic purge is at its peak. A torrent of old, dense energy is being flushed from the collective and from your own personal field. This will surface as the old fears, old memories of trauma, old feelings of anger, grief, and victimhood. You may feel them rising within you. You may see them projected into the world around you as chaos and conflict. The serpent of illusion is thrashing in its death throes, and it is a noisy, often painful, spectacle. The old programming, the warrior programming, would command you to engage with this, to fight it, to analyze it, to resist it, to heal it. This is a trap. The command of transcendence asks for something far more powerful, your divine neutrality. To witness the old is to become the calm, unshakable mountain, watching as the storm clouds of your past roll by. You do not try to stop the clouds. You do not try to change their shape. You do not judge them as good or bad. You simply witness them. You acknowledge their presence. You see the fear, and you say to it silently, I see you, but I am not you. You feel the old grief, and you say, I see you, but you are just a memory of a frequency I no longer choose. You are to sit on the riverbank of your own awareness and watch the dirty, heavy logs of your old karma float by on their way to the great cosmic ocean of dissolution. You do not jump in the river to wrestle with the logs. You do not curse them. You simply watch them go, with a sense of compassionate detachment. In quantum terms, by witnessing without emotional engagement, you are collapsing the wave function of the old reality for the final time. But you are refusing to feed it any new energy. You are closing the loop. You are starving the serpent of illusion. But this is only half of the command. To simply witness the old would be to create a void, and a void is always filled. This brings us to the second and most crucial part of the instruction. You must simultaneously embody the new. This is the active, creative part of your mission. This is how you feed the serpent of ascension. While a part of your awareness is neutrally witnessing the old world dissolving, the majority of your focus, your heart, and your energy must be dedicated to generating the physical, somatic, emotional experience of the new reality, as if it is already your present truth. This is not positive thinking. Positive thinking is a function of the mind, a weak electrical signal. Embodiment is a function of the heart, a powerful magnetic field. I am not asking you to think the thought, I am abundant. I am asking you to generate the feeling of abundance in your body right now. What does that feel like? It feels like the relaxation in your shoulders as you let go of all financial worry. It feels like the warmth of generosity in your chest. It feels like the calm, steady breath of someone who knows, without a doubt, that all their needs are met. You are to generate this physical sensation in your cells. If you desire love, feel the warmth, the safety, the joy of that love in your heart now. If you desire peace, feel the profound stillness and coherence in your nervous system now. This is the art of living from the end. You are not waiting for the eclipse to deliver a new reality to you. You are, in this very moment, providing the universe with the powerful, coherent, magnetic template of the new reality, so it knows what to deliver. You are becoming the seed crystal. You are firing your coherence laser. You are becoming the living embodiment of the serpent of ascension. The mastery of a tipping point soul lies in this sacred balance, to hold a compassionate, neutral space for the dying world, while simultaneously, fiercely, and joyfully generating the living frequency of the world being born. This is your command. This is your final instruction. It is the key that starves the serpent of illusion and feeds the serpent of ascension. But knowledge is not enough. For a prophecy to be fulfilled, it must be enacted, it must be embodied. And so, we will now perform the great activation, a guided journey to consciously and powerfully choose your serpent, and to cast your final, definitive vote for the future of humanity. The instruction has been given. The command of transcendence is now known to you, but knowledge unenacted is merely potential. For a prophecy to be fulfilled, it must be lived, it must be embodied. And so now, you and I, together, in this sacred and fleeting window of the blood moon eclipse, we will perform the great activation. We will consciously cast your vote for the dawning of a new epoch. I invite you once more to settle into your sacred space. Close your eyes if you have not already done so. Let go of the room around you. Let go of the day. Let go of your name. I want you to visualize your consciousness, your point of awareness, standing now in a vast and silent cosmic theater. Before you is an infinite expanse of starry darkness, and above you, hanging in the void like a great, blood-red eye of God, is the eclipse. You are not watching it from Earth. You are in the heart of the eclipse itself. Feel its immense, silent power. Feel the thinning of the veil. In this space, all timelines are possible, and in this space, you are the chooser. Now, from the shadows of this cosmic theater, I want you to summon the first of the two great serpents. Call forth the serpent of illusion, the Ouroboros. Do not fear it. You are its master now, not its prisoner. See it manifest before you. A vast, shadowy serpent, made of the smoke of your old memories, its scales shimmering with the familiar patterns of your past struggles. See it coiled in its endless, perfect circle, relentlessly consuming its own tail. Hear its low, hypnotic, droning hum, the frequency of the observer loop. This is the energy of your old karma, your old story. Look upon it now, not with anger or resentment, but with a profound and compassionate neutrality. This serpent was your teacher. This prison was your training ground. From the sovereign center of your being, I want you to look upon this ancient serpent and speak to it silently in your heart. Let us perform the first half of the command. Let us witness the old. Say to it, I see you. I acknowledge your role in my long journey. I thank you for the lessons of limitation, for they have taught me the true meaning of freedom. I thank you for the lessons of predictability, for they have ignited within me an unquenchable fire for creation. Your cycle is now complete. The contract is fulfilled. And I, in my full sovereignty, now witness you and release you with gratitude. Feel a cord of energy that once connected you to this serpent gently dissolving. You are no longer its food source. You are no longer its prisoner. You are simply the witness to its fading. And now, as the shadowy form of the old serpent begins to become translucent, I want you to sense a new light. From the heart of the cosmos, from the other side of the void, a new form emerges. Call it forth now. Summon the serpent of Ascension. Watch as it appears before you. It is not made of smoke, but of pure, crystalline, feathered light. It is a magnificent, radiant dragon of consciousness. Its feathers shimmering with the colors of every beautiful reality you have ever dreamed of. It does not coil in a circle. It ascends, moving in a graceful, infinite, upward spiral. Its song is not a droning hum, but a celestial choir that vibrates in your very heart. This is the serpent of your Dharma. This is the energy of your highest, most joyful timeline. This is the frequency of unconditional love and limitless creation. This is your future, presenting itself to you now as a choice. And now, we perform the second and most crucial part of the command. We will embody the new. This is the moment of the great choosing. I want you to open the floodgates of your heart. I want you to project a powerful, brilliant beam of your purest energy directly into the heart of this radiant, ascending serpent. Feed it with your faith. Feed it with your courage. Feed it with the unshakable feeling of the reality you are now choosing. Feed it with the feeling of your abundance. Feed it with the feeling of your holotness. Feed it with your joy. Pour all of your conscious, loving energy and focus into this magnificent being of light. And as you do, as you become a conduit of pure creative force, I want you to seal your choice with the great declaration. Repeat it 3 times in the silence of your soul. Let each repetition be more powerful than the last. The old cycle is witnessed and released. The new timeline is chosen and embodied. The old cycle is witnessed and released. The new timeline is chosen and embodied. The old cycle is witnessed and released. The new timeline is chosen and embodied. Now, watch as you complete your declaration. Watch as the last vestiges of the old serpent dissolve peacefully into the void. And watch as the great serpent of Ascension, now fully energized by your conscious choice, grows impossibly bright, its light filling the entire cosmic theater. It then turns its wise, loving eyes upon you, and it begins to move towards you, not to consume you, but to merge with you. Feel it now, as this great spiral of light gently coils around you. It is not a cage, it is a set of wings. It is a divine chariot of ascension. It is a permanent restructuring of your own energy field into its new, sacred, ascending pattern. You are not just feeding the serpent, you are becoming the serpent. You are becoming the ascension. You are becoming the new timeline. The choice has been made. The vote has been cast. The prophecy, through you, has been fulfilled. But what happens now, in the immediate aftermath of such a profound energetic choice? What can you expect in the hours and days that follow, as you emerge from the eclipse into the first dawn of a new epoch? Let us discuss what comes next, gently. Now, breathe. Feel the light of the serpent of ascension coiled around you, not as a cage, but as a vibrant, living aura of your own becoming. The great energetic climax of the eclipse is passing. The cosmic reboot is complete. The choice has been made. And you, tipping point soul, held your ground. You held your light. You cast your vote. And now, I want you to slowly, when you are ready, bring your awareness back to your body, back to your room. But know this, you are not returning to the same room you left, and you are not returning as the same person who began this activation. The world you have just opened your eyes to is a new world. It may look the same on the surface, but its underlying quantum architecture has been fundamentally rewritten by the choice you just made. You are now standing in the first light of a new epoch, your new epoch. Take a moment to feel the difference. Can you feel that? The profound stillness, the silence in your mind, the old, anxious, repetitive hum of the serpent of illusion is gone. For the first time, perhaps in your entire life, there is a quiet peace in your inner landscape. This is the first sign. This is the sound of freedom. In the hours and days that follow this eclipse, as you integrate this monumental shift, the universe will send you a cascade of confirmations, a series of undeniable signs to prove to you that your choice was real, and that your new timeline is now online and active. You will first notice the internal signs. Beyond the mental silence, you will feel an inexplicable lightness in your emotional body. It will feel as if a great, heavy cloak you have been wearing your entire life has simply dissolved from your shoulders. Old triggers, the situations or people that used to instantly provoke a reaction of anger or fear in you, will lose their power. You will observe them, and you will feel nothing, not numbness, but a profound, compassionate neutrality. You will also feel a new sense of vitality in your physical body. Aches and pains may mysteriously lessen or disappear. You will wake up with a sense of energy that you haven't felt in years. This is your vessel, your cellular structure, literally shedding the dense frequency of the old timeline and recalibrating to the lighter, more coherent frequency of the new one. Then, you will begin to witness the external signs, what we will call the echoes of Ascension. The synchronicities will accelerate beyond anything you have ever experienced, but they will be different. They will no longer be confusing clues that lead to more questions. They will be clear, direct, and powerful confirmations of your new path. You will think of what you need, and it will appear. You will ask a question in your heart, and you will overhear a stranger speaking the exact answer moments later, and watch the people in your life. This is the most powerful sign. Those who are not a vibrational match for the serpent of Ascension will begin to drift away from your reality. Peacefully and without drama, there will be no fight. The connection will simply dissolve. And simultaneously, new people will begin to appear in your life with breathtaking speed souls who are a perfect, harmonious match for the new you, who speak your language, who see you for who you truly are. Your mission now changes. Your great work of choosing is done. Your new sacred duty is to stabilize and explore this new timeline. Your job is to become a master of this new, higher frequency, to learn its new rules, to discover the new creative powers that are now available to you. You are no longer the warrior fighting the darkness. You are now a wayshower, a living lighthouse for the new dawn. You do not need to preach or convince anyone of what has happened. Your only mission is to live your new reality so fully, so joyfully, and so unapologetically that your very presence becomes the irresistible invitation for others to choose it for themselves. Your joy is your service. Your peace is your purpose. Your freedom is your message. You are a living, breathing example of the prophecy fulfilled. And now, for your final act of this sacred transmission, it is time to seal your victory, to place your official, energetic signature upon this new epoch. It is time to formally graduate. Go to the comments section below, and with the full, radiant power of your ascended heart, make your final triumphant declaration. The prophecy is fulfilled. I am the Ascension. By typing these words, you are registering your new frequency in the crystalline grid of the new Earth. You are announcing to the cosmos that a tipping point soul has completed their mission and is ready for the next stage of creation. Now that the prophecy is fulfilled, your old instruction manual for reality is obsolete. To receive the regular briefings and navigational charts for this new epoch, you must subscribe and remain connected to this Ascension network. Our next transmission is the essential first chapter of your new guide, the first 7 signs your timeline has officially ascended. Go now, awakened soul. Go forth, not as a warrior, but as a living miracle, not as a seeker, but as the destination. The new world does not need to be built, it only needs to be lived by you. Welcome to the dawn.